Sometimes it's pretty fun owning a game store, and we get to see lots of cool stuff, but sometimes we also make mistakes, and we end up losing money. And sometimes we end up losing a good chunk of money, which really sucks. And that kind of happened with something that we got recently. We'll talk about that later, but for now we have a pretty good mystery box to pull, so let's get started. We have a mystery box! So Natasha, if you do not want your mystery box spoiled, turn off the video now. It's a $200 one. They paid some sales tax on there because they're in Washington. But they didn't have the note on the order, so they emailed us. They want Sega Dreamcast, N64, and Nintendo GameCube. They said they would take games for any system, though. I'm going to try to just stick to those three because that's what they wanted. Quality, loose cartridges are fine, but I'd prefer all their games to be complete. However, if the cartridge is for a game that initially shipped with a case, like DS, 3DS, or Switch, I'd prefer a complete game. There's nothing specifically that I don't want. Lots of sports games. We're gonna start with Dreamcast because that was the first thing on their list. But they want stuff complete if it came with a case. So all these orange spines are automatically out because those are our disc-only copies with our custom artwork. But what do we have? Complete. We could just give them JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That'd be the only thing. How about Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver? And WWF Attitude. I'm trying to pick something kind of cheaper. Oh my god. Next is going to be N64. They said loose cartridge for these. Want to give them... Actually, this one just came in. Kind of cool. This is the gray cart variant for Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. Most of these games come in a black cartridge, like that Rally Challenge there. The gray one, I assume the gray cartridges are always just ones that have like little bug fixes and stuff like that. This one goes for almost the same price as a black cartridge. It's only like a couple dollars more. Some of them, though, can be way more expensive, but this is a pretty fun game anyway. I had this rental from Blockbuster when I was a little kid. Another one that we had when I was a kid, we actually owned it though, was Castlevania 64. This is a very fun game in my opinion. Most people don't like it because it is the first like 3D Castlevania, but I think it's pretty cool. And who doesn't love giant skeletons riding motorcycles? We're going back to N64 because we still have a decent chunk. So I'm gonna grab one more 64 game and then we'll go for some GameCube stuff. Let's go Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. And we have 75 bucks left for GameCube. They wanted complete games, so, you know, I'm thinking Phantasy Star Online. Actually, the artwork's a little, like, water damaged. I don't want to give them something that's water damaged. Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, complete good. So we'll do that, and then we usually like to give a little extra. So, what do we have out here? Incredibles. We'll give them that. And Medal of Honor. There we go. So here's the box. It is $224 in value for the $200 box. Hope you enjoy. Bobby has a gift.
I have a gift. It's a very rare. Let me see if I can show you the grade before I show you what it is.
Whoa, a
Here's
10?
Gem Mint, and then I think they put another note on it. If you can see at the bottom, it's a 1 of 1.
Oh my god!
LOL.
BB's Born to Travel.
Yep.
Guys, this game is so freaking rare.
They were born with certificates and passports.
That's awesome. And it got a Gem Mint 10?
And it has the wrist strap inside too.
Man, I'm definitely adding this to my collection.
Heck yeah. It's number one
Thank
in
you.
your collection. Of course.
Thank
yeah.
you, Bobby.
I only paid the lady $4 for it.
So I heard that we were also going to start our own grading company.
We are going to start our own grading company. Yes.
Oh my god. So
it's going to be a SICK and then whatever the number is. SICK 10.
Awesome. So you can get SICK 10 and it's only $100 per game, right?
It's only $100 per game. Yep.
That's so cheap.
Unless it's a really rare game, we might charge an extra percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Percentage of the perceived value after it's been graded.
Exactly.
So if you send us, you know, a sealed Star Fox or something, it might cost you, you know, $1,000. But it'll be worth it because you'll get this awesome case. Yep. It's tamper proof. Yep. It is water resistant, and
it's shipping ready.
Fireproof too.
Yeah, it's fireproof. I tested that. You can't even tell I threw that in the fire.
Yeah, you can't even see it anywhere.
But don't look at the back of the store. There might be some scorch marks. That's it. We have insurance, right? So today's staff pick is one of my favorites from the PlayStation 3, probably my second favorite of this series, Far Cry 3. Great story. I'm sure you've all heard of Voss, if I could say his name right, with the whole definition of insanity type thing. That was a very popular scene from that game. A lot of memes about it and that kind of stuff. But it was a big change because Far Cry 1 I played a little bit of, wasn't too great. You would be so far away from enemies and they'd lock onto you and start shooting at you, but you're like more than even like 10 football fields away. It's way too far for them to be able to, you would think that they would aggro onto you. Far Cry 2 is personally my favorite. Far Cry 2 and Fallout 3 were the first open world games I played where they let you like do things how you want. So Far Cry 2 is always gonna be my favorite just for that reason alone. I know people don't usually like that one because there's like a malaria thing where you have to take pills constantly and you have to do missions. If you run out, it sucks. You have to like restart, that kind of stuff. But Far Cry 3, they completely revamped the series. There's the combat felt different. The graphics were a little different too. Better in my opinion. Some people like the looks of Far Cry 2 and like the Africa, like desert looking kind of environment, but this one's a lot more colorful. And I would say the story's a lot better. The second one, you're finding someone called the Jackal. It's really easy to just not even realize the story you're playing in the second one, but the third one, you're playing it for the story. The gameplay's fun. They add mechanics where you can actually take over the little command posts and whatnot, but you're playing it for the story. It starts off pretty big. There's a group of friends that shows them like jumping out of an airplane, they're on vacation, everything's fine, hunky-dory, and then they get captured. And you're trying to basically find your friends, save them. Don't want to give any spoilers, so I'll leave it at that. But the main protagonist, Voss, is definitely the thing that pulls you into the story a lot. There's cool side quests and whatnot. There's like hunting, there's ways to level up the guns and upgrade the guns and all that kind of stuff. But getting to that cutscene where you're seeing Voss do, you know, crazy things and saying ridiculous things that make you chuckle is what makes me play it over and over again. I've beaten that game over 10 times easily. Realistically, it's probably getting closer to 15 at this point. But yeah, once again, second favorite of the series. It is kind of a laid-back shooter. There's some parts that are a little more difficult, as far as if you're wanting to be stealthy. If you want to go in guns blazing, it's kind of the same throughout the whole thing as far as difficulty-wise, especially towards the end, because you can unlock like the big light machine guns that'll penetrate through enemy armor and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're looking for a little fun shooter, got some cool story in it, and you might not realize some of the quotes you know from the game, and as it happens in the game, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that, or you know, that sounds familiar, I heard someone talking about it. But yeah, definitely recommend checking it out. I know it's not even an expensive title these days, so that's a plus. It's very accessible. I know they remade it, and I think it's digitally available on PlayStation Plus, I think you can stream it. They might have taken it off by the time this goes up, but I think they used to have it on there. But yeah, I'd recommend checking it out, and adios.
I just filmed a pretty crazy unboxing video for the Double Jump Extras channel, which if you guys didn't know, that's the channel where we're posting all of our trade clips for the day, and just package unboxings and little extra stuff there. But kind of wanted to give you guys just a little overview of some of the games that were included in here, because this is a pretty crazy collection, and most of it is factory sealed, which pretty crazy. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe to that Double Jump Extras channel. Like I said, link is in the description down below. Bobby, what's the problem?
So we got a PS5 and a trade-in, and we continued testing it, playing Miles Morales, and after about 45 minutes it overheated and it turned off.
That's not good.
It's no bueno. It's not good.
And then what?
Well, then we got a stand, and we were hoping that would ventilate it, and it didn't help. It went for a little longer, but it still turned off.
And it was already attempted to be repaired once?
Yeah, yep. Nick already gave it a shot.
No.
I don't think he wrote anything on it, but I know he definitely gave it a shot. And still had the same problem.
And we didn't notice when it was traded in originally?
No, we tested for about like 30 minutes though, but it was like the 45.
Got to test it for 45
yeah,
minutes.
we have to test it for 45 minutes.
That sucks!
Yeah. It's a bad day.
Do you think the person who traded it in knew?
I definitely think they knew. I for sure think they knew. Yeah.
We got
I
scammed!
definitely think they knew. Yeah.
Colton, we got scammed!
Make it a video title so people click.
Oh.
Okay. Now we're gonna have to sell it on eBay as parts. I don't want to.
The hard drive works.
Great.
Controller works.
Awesome.
Controller's mine, sorry.
Oh, controller's Colton's. So,
I'm getting it.
Say who now?
Okay, Abby. She told me yes.
Why Abby say so?
Because we're not listing it with a controller. Why would we list it with a working controller?
For money.
But we could sell the controller to me for money.
Okay, $80.
What?
you're right. $77.95.
Come on. We gotta make the money back. It doesn't work.
$175.
You can just have the whole thing for the same price we paid.
Yeah.
No! Why would I buy a broken PS5?
Okay.
Maybe you could fix it. I don't know your skills.
I don't want it. Well, I mean, that'd be nice, but I'm not going to invest that much into it.
All in favor of Colton buying the GameCube. The
The
controller,
GameCube.
controller for the same price as the PS5. Say aye.
Me.
Aye.
Me.